Go get 'em, Tiger. Row.
We're all behind our baseball team. Go get 'em, Tiger. World Series bound and picking up steam. Go get 'em, Tiger. There'll be joy in Tiger Town. We'll sing you songs when the Bengals bring the pennant home where it belongs. We're all behind our baseball team. Go get 'em.
Detroit Tigers!
Go get 'em, Tigers! We're all behind our baseball team. Go get 'em.
Detroit Tigers!
Go get 'em, Tigers!
What's going on, guys, and welcome to the very first video of the 2014 Detroit Tigers season. Yes, the time is upon us, and opening day is but a mere hours away. It's kind of late here tonight. It's opening day eve and whatnot when I'm making this video, but it's the first preview video of the year, and I already stated earlier in one of my earlier videos about changes coming to my channel that I will no longer be doing previews and recaps of every series this season, but I will be doing some. But what it's going to go to is from now on, every single Friday is going to be a weekly wrap-up show of the Tigers week that happened in past, and I'll discuss everything that happened over the course of the past week. Stuff I like, stuff I didn't like, and this is just a reminder for you guys. So no longer series previews and recaps for every single series, but I still will be watching all the games that I can, and it's just going to be a bit easier on me. And I'll probably think of a name for the segment and whatnot. That point has not come yet, so I'm still in process of working on that. Kind of like baseball banter, even though that name kind of stinks. So we start out with looking a quick recap of the offseason before I jump into opening day. The biggest changes were getting rid of Prince Fielder, acquiring Ian Kinsler, trading Doug Fister, acquiring Steve Lombardozzi, Ian Kroll, and Robbie Ray. Steve Lombardozzi was then dealt for Alex Gonzalez, and the Tigers also lost Jose Iglesias over this past offseason to shin fractures. So to replace them there, they got Alex Gonzalez for Steve Lombardozzi, and then traded Jose Alvarez for Andrew Romine. Third base this year, Nick Castellanos will be starting there his first year back at third, and first full year in the major leagues. So that's going to be interesting to see. And then left field, they acquired Rajah Davis, and Andy Dirks went down. So Tyler Collins has made the roster, so it looks like it's going to be Davis and Tyler Collins out there. And I'm excited to see Tyler Collins because he has some legit pop. He just kind of strikeout prone. And then, of course, Jackson's returning in center. Torrey Hunter's returning in right. Victor Martinez is returning at DH. Miguel Cabrera is returning at first base. A very rich man. He signed an 8-year, $248 million contract a couple days ago. And then, of course, Alex Avila is behind the dish. And then Justin Verlander is going to take the mound for Game 1. And then the bullpen is pretty much, I think, is going to be Evan Reed, Luke Buchanan, Al Albuquerque, Jabba Chamberlain, Phil Coke, Ian Kroll, and Joe Nathan. So that looks to be your 2014 Detroit Tigers. The lineup, I'm guessing, on opening day is probably going to be Kinsler leading off because it's a right-hander on the mound, and Davis doesn't hit right-handers very well. But I'm guessing, I don't think Tyler Collins will get the opening day start over Rajah Davis, so I guarantee you Davis might be hitting second or ninth. So if I was Brad Ausmus, it would be Kinsler, Davis, Cabrera, Martinez, Hunter, Jackson, Avila, Castellanos, and Alex Gonzalez would be the lineup I run out there on opening day, but that remains to be seen. Opening day matchups, the game starts at 1:08. Of course, there's always a bunch of pregame festivities for you guys going down to Comerica Park. I hope you have fun. I've been down there for a couple opening days. Never actually been inside the park for opening day, but I've been around the pregame festivities. It's always a great atmosphere in Detroit. Every bar is full. It's hard to even get a car within a couple block radius of Comerica Park. There's just a lot of traffic, a lot of people. And if you're hoping to get tickets from a scalper, I hope your pocketbook is thick because they are outrageous at the door from scalpers. I mean, they charge you double face value every single time. I almost got tickets one year, but my friend didn't have enough money, so it kind of stunk. But Justin Verlander is going up against James Shields. And this is going to be a great matchup. Last time these two faced off in an opening week series was when James Shields was a part of the Tampa Bay Rays, and James Shields and Verlander faced off, and Verlander went 8 innings. He was having one of his best starts ever of his career. It was in 2012, and he comes out to complete it, and he gives up the game in the 9th inning, and the Tigers lose. And James Shields, who only gave up 1 run over 8 innings, ends up getting the win. It was one of the best games I ever watched, even though it didn't go in our favor, obviously. So, I mean, you're talking about Verlander, who in 20 innings pitched this spring, only allowed, he had 17 strikeouts in 20 innings pitched, and then he only allowed 4 walks, and I think like 8 or 9 hits. He was absolutely filthy. Actually, I think I screwed it up. He had like 23 strikeouts in 20 innings. Only had 4 walks. I mean, he was absolutely dominant. Didn't have a single earned run. Verlander would look like the Verlander old. His curveball command was impeccable. His changeup command looked great. He was throwing that slider again for strikes. The fastball command was spot on. He looked really, really good this past spring. I watched almost all. I only missed 2 of his 5 spring training starts, so I watched a lot of them this past spring. And then James Shields, the ace of that rotation, he was absolutely a godsend for the Rays last year. Him and Ervin Santana both did a great job at the head of that rotation. And James Shields will be leaned on again in his final year in his contract with the Royals, so that remains to be seen whether or not he's going to stay past this year. And this Royals team, last time we played the Royals on opening day was, I believe, in 2012. It was Victor Martinez, first year as a Tiger, and he had a bases clearing double, if I remember correctly, on opening day, and we won it. The last couple times, I think the last 5 years in a row we've won opening day, but the last couple times we've actually had opening day at Comerica Park, we've won 2, and I think 2 of the last 3 have been against the Royals at opening day at Comerica Park to start the season. And this Royals team is not like the Royals teams that passed. I mean, they are a much improved team. I mean, we're not going to see Omar Infante back in Detroit Tiger colors. I think he's starting the season on the DL. But, I mean, you have a much improved team with the addition of Aoki, the addition of Omar Infante. That really helps balance that lineup. He can move Alex Gordon down a little bit because he was their best hitter, and he was their leadoff hitter. Eric Hosmer had a great year last year in the second half. George Brett did a great job straightening him out. Billy Butler always destroys Justin Verlander, so there's a matchup to watch out for. Escobar, Perez, Mike Moustakas had a killer spring this past year. Gerard Dyson in center, Alex Gordon in left. I mean, they got some great pieces on that team. I mean, their starting pitching's a bit suspect now, especially with the loss of Ervin Santana. But, James Shields going up for them, their first game of the year. And they got one of the best bullpens in baseball. It's legit. They have nothing but guys that come out and throw 100 miles an hour and just lock down games. I mean, if we got to see Greg Holland, it's over with. That guy was so good last year. So Verlander and James Shields each take the hill for game 1 for opening day tomorrow. And that should be a great game. I don't expect many runs scored. And another cool thing about opening day tomorrow, it's supposed to be 58 degrees, so it's going to be a nicer day for all you guys heading down to the old ball yard. And then game 2, Max Scherzer goes up against Jason Vargas. Vargas last year, he wasn't bad. He was really good with the Mariners the year before. More of a touch and feel guy. I have a hard time going against Max Scherzer for this one. And then Anibal Sanchez goes up against Ventura, who's a really stud-looking young pitching prospect. Another kid, just typical Royals guy, throws hard, outstanding secondary stuff. So that's going to be a great matchup to see. And that's going to pretty much wrap up the quick 3-game opening series for the Royals. And then Baltimore comes in after that. And I will talk about that series and whatnot after this upcoming Friday. Actually, the week ahead is going to be KC for 3, and then come Friday will be Baltimore, and I'll do my first. I guess I'll do a preview and a recap for the Royals because since I'm going to be doing that Tigers weekly thing every Friday now, I guess it kind of falls into accordance of series preview, series thoughts because of the fact that the new series starts on Friday for Baltimore. So what I'll do is I'll talk about the Royals, this past series with the Royals, I'll preview Baltimore, and then talk about the week ahead this upcoming Friday. So one more time, pitching matchups are Verlander Shields for opening day. On Wednesday, it's going to be Scherzer, Jason Vargas, and then Thursday is going to be Anibal Sanchez against Ventura, and it should be good. like I said, the Royals are a much improved team. The Tigers with a stud pitching staff, a whole new look team. And what I'm interested to see is, the Tigers stole the most bases in spring training this past year. I'm interested to see how that translates over because you can be a bit more aggressive in spring because these games don't count. You can test out new things. But I'm interested to see how this new aggressiveness translates over when the games start counting. How aggressive Ausmus has these guys. So that's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you Friday. Enjoy opening day. Tigers baseball's back. Have a good one.